What's going on, guys? Echo here. Um, and some more New World. uh, since last time, I did a little bit of resource farming for some wood and iron, smelted it, crafted some stuff. It's a really cool thing I should show you guys with crafting. So the first time that you craft something, you'll get a first craft bonus, which if you look, it'll show up right here of like what you're crafting. So like this one doesn't have it because I made this. I also made a sickle and a fishing pole. But right here, if you come down here, it'll tell you like you get 442 XP for the base, and then for a first craft you get an additional 2 times the base. So really it's just like whatever the base is times 3 is how much XP you'll get for the first craft, and that's for just that first item. So if you were to craft multiple, say like right here I have 66 smelting, so it's 22 with 44 for the first craft bonus. If I craft like 4, I'm not getting that 44 times 4. It's just like the 44. So it's only like that first item. So it's really good to craft the first item of everything in the list, even if you're planning on using it, because it just gives you really good XP. Yeah, but what was I gonna say? I also cooked some food. I rearranged my Void Gauntlet skills. These ones are great, but it's really like mainly for damage. So I'm planning on getting Oblivion here. Once I get enough points, or at least once I get like enough like levels in Void Gauntlet. But for right now, I'm running this tree, so that way I have 3 skills on. But once I'm able to, I'm gonna switch over to Orb of Decay, Essence Rupture, and the Oblivion one. This one's just like an orb that goes through enemies, and then it does more damage to NPC targets, like AI targets, and then it inflicts Disintegrate, which increases, reduces like their armor, and it does a certain amount of weapon damage per second for that duration, 8 seconds. And then it stacks up 3 times. I don't know if stacking it would reset the timer. That's possible, but and then at the max range it transforms into a healing orb, and then it returns to you, which is like healing friendlies in like the path, and I think also yourself maybe. And then that scales off of focus, which I'm gonna be like a focus build. So I'm looking to probably just be like a healer, I feel like, for now. At least until like later on when it doesn't really, like, healers I feel like are, you don't really get a lot of them, but yeah. And then Essence Rupture, projectile that does damage, and inflicts Essence Rupture, which is it heals anyone that hits the target for 10 seconds for 20% of the damage that they do. So that's pretty good. So that's like a really good thing to like throw on like a boss while like you're in like a boss phase, so you don't need to constantly heal people. And then Baleful Tether's alright, but it's not, it gives it weakening, like it weakens it. But Maelstrom, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Life Staff has a thing that adds a weaken. Right? Am I bugging? Maybe not. Huh. I guess not. Maybe it is worth doing the tether, but it empowers me, but I feel like empowering the friendlies around me would be better. Because like I'm not going to be looking to do damage. I'm looking to mainly heal. So if I'm also buffing my teammates, then that's pretty good. I mean, weakening the enemy is also going to buff my teammates because like it's 10-second duration. This one's a 6-second, 19 seconds versus 23, 13 second, probably like 14 downtime. This one's a 13 downtime, so it's like slightly quicker. Attacking targets that are inside of civilians radius and reducing their damage by. Okay. Oh, so this gives weaken. So weaken reduces its damage. I thought it would do something else. Okay. I thought it was like reducing their resistances. Yeah, this one's just better. Oblivion's just better, I feel like. I could be wrong. Ooh, see, that's really good. Huh. That's pretty good. But I feel like Oblivion is definitely the way to go. So I'm going to go with that. But, yeah. Probably just going to mute my mic and just focus on the missions. Damn, this is a really expensive house. That's the thing with housing. You'll see that like not all houses cost the same. There's definitely more expensive houses and less expensive houses. These instruments right here, don't think I mentioned them. So you can craft them at the workshop there, and pretty much the songs that you play. So this one's song in your step. Once you play it, you'll get like a rating out of 4 stars, and then you didn't see it right there because you quit it, but you get like a buff that it'll be. It's normally something about like gathering shit, like you'll get more gathering experience, or you get more crafting experience, or just in general XP gain from killing monsters, or you'll get bonus resources from collecting or harvesting or whatnot, like whatever type of something. And you get I don't know if you saw in the other video, but you get like songs, and then it's based off of those songs as to what the buff is. So territorial triumph, that will increase your territory standing reputation gain. And then if you're not going to be able to play the song, then you can get someone else who has the song that you're looking for. They'll play it, and then you can just like if you tip them, then you'll get the buff. So at the end of the song, there's like a tip option, and it's normally like it's anywhere from like 10, 100 gold, something like that. Like it's not really a lot. I mean, it's a lot early on, but so it's one of those ways that you can kind of make money by doing it, just by playing music. If like you get like you get songs that people are looking for like the buffs that they're looking for, and they'll like tip you and whatnot, and then get like money for just like sitting in a town doing that or some shit. You can kind of make it work that way, but normally you would end up getting your own instruments and your own songs and stuff like that for your own buffs. You'll see like people on the mounts and shit like that, but other people aren't. Mounts unlock, I think, at like level 25 or something. But you also, for PC players, you need Rise of the Angry Earth. And I guess that console players, from what I've heard, don't actually need Rise of the Angry Earth for it. But because like it's kind of like they just released the game. It would kind of be fucked up if they released the game and they're like, hey, you know how you guys are like running around, you could just buy this DLC as soon as the game drops and it mounts. But yeah, that makes sense. I get why they have it that way, but yeah, it's kind of, it doesn't feel that great as a PC player, to be honest with you. But you know, it is like another chunk of DLC, and I have owned the game for like since the release, and I've been playing since the beta. So it's kind of I feel like it's alright for them to require more money to get like a very big convenience like that. I'm probably gonna get Rise of the Angry Earth at some point, but it's not really on my list of priorities right now to spend money on. Maybe like later on, once I get like more leveled up, probably. Yeah, most definitely. Oh yeah, I'm planning on this episode only being about like an hour or so, but I'm gonna grab this Clay Shrine, but I'm gonna pay attention to the storyline a fair bit, just because like I really actually like the story in this game. The story in this game is actually really good. I like it. It's mostly like I want to get my level up really fast, so that way I can get to like the content that I'm looking to do. But at the same time, I'm one of the people who really enjoys leveling. Yeah, I really enjoy leveling. I think that it's the best part of every game. Like I've fucking I used to play Elder Scrolls Online, and I was a part of this like guild that did PvP in the under level 50 campaign. If you know anything about Elder Scrolls Online, oh, it's so much 10. And we would literally be like leveling from PvP and create new characters just to level while we PvP. It's I like it. Man, look at this. It's crazy. This is what it's gonna be like for a while. Everyone's doing their camp thing. So when you go up to someone's camp, you don't actually need to make your own camp in order to get like the respawn point. You can just go up to someone else's and set your camp respawn point. And then you're also able to use their camp. So now I'm able to use a tier 5 camp when my camp is only tier 1. It's really good to just kind of, you know, whenever you're about to go into like any type of combat area, it's good to set your camp somewhere. Either make your own or set your camp at someone else's. Yeah, just gonna be my mic. Especially now that my brother's deciding to fucking rage at CSGO because he sucks. Yeah. Really enjoy.
Good of you to join us, my valiant friend. I heard about your heroics at the mine. You definitely have the makings of a knight. For now, we are simply grateful to have your support. Not quite a full contingent here, I'm afraid. Before you do anything else, you must build yourself a campsite. It's the wise move when we're this far from Pridewen. There's a splendid spot nearby. Set your tent, relax a bit if you like. We'll be here. Ah, you're back. I'm at a bit of a loss here. A few months ago, this barren beach had nothing but a smattering of pirates. Now it appears to be a war camp. More pirates and supplies arriving by the minute. Indeed. It's gonna take an army to drive them out, and we currently lack an army. Perhaps we should pursue a more honorable approach to resolving this conflict. You two stay here and defend our position. I will go forth and challenge the leader of the pirates to a duel. And when I am victorious, I will demand that they withdraw from these shores forthwith, never to return. Oh, well, yes. Good point. I suppose our options will be more limited then. I'm afraid I'm not much of a strategist in a scenario like this. What do you think would be most prudent? That's a grand idea. They've been unloading cargo using the smaller rowboats. If you can destroy their rowboats and all the cargo they've dropped, that would slow them down. I'll stay and keep an eye out for their leader.
Oh, this is actually pretty cool. So they have like a guaranteed drop, so I'll definitely get this great axe, which is very tempting to make a switch in what I'm planning on doing. But this saying that like it's a mysterious footwear, so it's gonna be some type of green foot. That's actually pretty cool. I've never seen this before. This is like a...
The smoke just disappeared. My timing, bro.
That's nice. That's nice. This is like an event type thing. What the hell? It's fucking dope.
stiff-necked fool. What possible interest would I have in spying on this pathetic little outpost you got here?
You see, that is precisely the kind of thing a spy would say, particularly when she was caught creeping around near our camp.
Tell me this then, Sir Wisdom. What exactly would I be wanting to learn? How you scratch your arse in an iron suit?
Ha! Trying to distract me with insults, eh? But it won't work.
Took your sweet time getting here. I was sizing up the pirate base until this suspicious sod nabbed me. Can you tell him I'm not a spy? Yeah, very funny.
Ah, well. If you know her, then I suppose that we could give her another chance. But I'll have my eye on you, young lady.
Better keep your eyes to yourself, unless you want them poked out.
Bravo, my bold friend! I feared the pirates would overwhelm you, but it seems you are nigh unstoppable. And I suppose if you're willing to vouch for Miss O'Malley, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. For the moment, at least. The woman claims she snuck into the pirates' den and there are hundreds within. But can we really trust her? After all, she is a pirate herself. Very well then. If she's to be believed, the source of this plague on our lands may well be inside. You'll have to hear her account yourself. If you're willing to venture into the den on her word, then so be it. We'll hold this position, but be wary. The pirates were fierce even before becoming lost.
Have you ever met such coordinated pirates? It's like they went to school or something. How will people ever find their way to Pridewen if they can't even survive this beach? I was a baby and an absolute terror. Folks here say I used to leap out from behind trees and startle them. My bag had a fleur-de-lis, and I spoke a little French back then. Royal? Ha! Hardly. I just want to make these pirates cry for their mothers. If only they didn't have so many weapons and barrels of gunpowder. Oh, what a good way to turn the barrels on them. Sneak up on the pirates, light their barrels, and then boom! Pirates blown to pieces! I'll keep watch here and make sure no one foils our grand plan.
Well now, I do hope you straightened everything out with Sir Pain in me arse. I tried to tell that sod, if you want to defeat these pirates, I know the way. Not spying so much as taking a measure of the place. Heard there were pirates up here and thought they might be sitting on some valuable loot. And they've got some loot, sure enough. But they don't even seem to care about it. I guess that's what happens when you lose your soul. I'll tell you. But if you go in, I'll be expecting some treasure in exchange for my information. I worked hard for it after all. So here it is. There's a glowing altar in there, and the bastards are drawn to it like flies to a carcass. Smash the damn thing, and I bet they'll all buzz off. For someone like you, maybe. Not for me. But hey, don't forget our deal. Snatch me up some valuables in there, and we'll be that much closer to getting a ship. Well, now, look who made it in and out of the pirates' den safely. I knew you could do it. Unlike this sod. Tell me, did you find that glowing altar? See there? We make a good team. I go in first, all sneaky like, and get the lay of the land. Then you follow up with force, taking care of business. Of course, for a partnership, it's vital all parties profit in a venture. Now that's a right decent friend. This'll get me a bit closer to securing my ship. And Sir Payne and me arse let slip that the Knight Regent wants to hire scouts. I'd say that job has my name on it. So I'll see you back in Pridewin.
Wow! That was magnifique! You're Andy with gunpowder barrels. Had Sir Payne witnessed this, he might have even made... Wait! Sir Payne sees the spark of a knight in me. I have to train more and fight more. But you'll see, I'll become a knight soon.
No surprise there. Miss O'Malley gets what she wants and disappears. I do hope your courage accomplished more than padding her coin purse. I can only imagine the filth you had to wade through to... Did you find the foul sorcery Miss O'Malley claimed was there? Interesting. Perhaps that's why we're seeing even fewer of the scoundrels coming ashore than before. This revelation should be taken back to the Knight Regent with all haste. I must keep vigil here. Ensure these scoundrels don't attempt it. You must go alone and go quickly. Use the Spirit Shrine to return to Pridewen. It's a bit jarring, but time is a...
Oh, yeah. I can feel the part.
I have to confess, seeing you return brings me a great deal of relief. In fact, your enterprising friend, Grace O'Malley, was here. She drives a hard bargain, but I am strongly considering her offer. Grace says she was with you up north, and the pirates were rallying to some strange altar. Is it possible it's connected to the tablet? Exactly. She's been studying the fragments you brought back from them. If so, I would ask you to work with Moira to follow up on any leads. I, unfortunately, must attend. Yes, You've earned that right. I must soon deal with Minister Locknear's disrespect head on. He's avoiding me, and there are things he must answer for. I must handle this myself, though. You should seek out Moira straight away. Dealing with this plague of lost is the...
Oh, just the person I was hoping to see. Comparing the tablet fragments to other stonework from the region, I believe I found where it came from. I know you've just returned from the north. If it's true that the pirates are indeed all lost, did you see anything similar to the tablet? Well, it's hard to say for sure, but it's possible it comes from the same place. The ancient ruins of Caladan in the Eastern Wood. Caladan, and indeed all the ruins of Aeternum, are shrouded in centuries, if not millennia, of unsolvable mysteries. Of course, and you are better suited than I am. Before you go, however, let me tell you what we do know of the ancients that once walked these lands.
Aeternum's ruins tell the tale of a magnificent civilization that once dominated the island. Its architects, the ancients, discovered or possibly created the energy we call Azos. In the millennia that followed, humanity came from countless prehistoric cultures: Sumeria, China, Egypt, and more. They were called to explore the sea, summoned by the ancients to this island. These early arrivals worshipped the ancients as gods. They toiled under the ancients' guidance, building hundreds of monuments and towers. But humanity's savage nature could not be tamed. Wars broke out, and amid the chaos, corruption first appeared. To combat this new menace, the ancients imbued a chosen few with gifts. These heroes were granted monumental powers and life eternal. The wars raged on for centuries, and the ancients blessed entire armies. But most of the human vessels degraded into mindless skeletal warriors. Those wars ended millennia ago, and the ancients disappeared. But their haunted guardians still protect the ruins, oblivious to the fact their cause has long since lost its meaning.
Now you know why most on Aeternum avoid ruins at all costs. I myself have only visited Caladan once, but if we're to find answers, that's where we'll be. You're a brave soul, but don't go too deep. There are unspeakable dangers down there. Stick to the surface. That's where our tablet came from. Go, now.
Well, if it isn't the Night Regent's new page. On an errand even now, I presume. I am curious what merits such urgent attention when Jay's duty as regent so soon draws to an end. The Night Regent should not be conducting affairs she can't reveal to her people. Wouldn't you agree? I've served as Pridewin's minister since before her birth. I should be informed of this matter. You presume much, Page. I simply wish to convey any pressing matters to the true heir when he arrives. Keep your secrets, but know this. Prydwen will be united as never before to honor the royal bloodline. Nothing else matters.
Did you venture forth for freedom or fame? I came here to live happily with my sweetheart, a Moorish woman. We both fled from impending execution for our forbidden love. It is when you're the reason your woman is no more. Even the moon burns you. Fatima's soul gave up on me. She came to me in a dream the other day and asked me to piece together this mirror. But I don't have all the fragments. Would you? Fatima said if I piece this... Oh, we were so happy once.
The Ancients clearly had ways of controlling the Guardians. I wonder if it's the same magic that powers the altars. I found runes here that light up when the lost come near them. Maybe there are more objects like these within the nearby ruins of Antares, so I shall continue my search there. For the true heir and the restoration of Prydwen's glory, we will find a way to unite behind the royal bloodline once again. These altars in Caladan seem to have some sort of power over the lost. Power might be the wrong word, but definitely some kind of influence. I can use young Giza's notes to figure out how to channel their essence. And if I can't tap into their magic, maybe I can convey them to where they'll be most useful. I must think this plan through to support my true king in the way he deserves. Only then can I join him.
I'm thankful to have found you, young one. I fear I may have missed some additional clues on the fragments. I came after you right away. Before I speak further, however, did you find anything of interest in the ruins of Caladan? Anything at all? Locknear? Out here, studying the ruins? Why, that makes no sense at all. Let me see these notes you found. These notes are very troubling. It's hard to say exactly what Locknear seeks to achieve, but it does not seem like it's for the good of Prydwen. Yes, that much is clear. But we cannot leave yet. In my further study of the fragments, I saw new clues. The tablet's not from Caladan, but rather Antares. I know I've already asked much and offered poor direction, but Antares is close. I'm pleading with you. Please investigate before we return to Prydwen. Whatever you find, come back, and then we will return to Pridewin, inform the Night Regent, and confront Locknear. I will wait here. Do hurry.
Gracias, kind soul. Fatima always loved her mirrors. With this last, she said mirrors have a certain magic to them. And I can sense the...
Your friend Grace has come with dire news from Pridewin. But first, you have to tell me what you found. Any further clues to Lochnear's plans?
Is that what the bastard's up to? That's more twisted than even I imagined. But it might explain what happened back in Pridewin.
Now that's not so strange. If Gawain has arrived, it makes sense. Perhaps this is a misunderstanding and Lochnear's simply trying to lead the Lost away.
Call yourself a sage? Look past your scrolls to see the man's behaviour. Even the Night Regent knows Lochnear's gone mad. And let me tell you, she's not happy. I don't know if she's thinking that far ahead yet. She just hopped on her horse and rode off, shouting at me to find you and meet her at Purdue Farms.
Ah, then she's expecting a fight. Going to find Sir Priscilla, a fellow knight and confidant who hasn't come to Pridewin in many moons. This is serious. Though my scrolls may not have all the answers, I might find a way to counteract this sorcery Lochnear seeks to employ. I should return to town. Very well. If Sir Gawain doesn't arrive soon, there may not be a kingdom left for him to rule. I hope this all starts making sense soon.
The Night Regent asked me to scout the eastern farms on the way, so I'll mark Sir Priscilla's place on your map and meet you there. Good winds to us both.
Oh, the fish aren't biting much today. Perhaps I've caught too many here. Merde! Have I disappointed your plans? You can't fish? That is horrible to hear. It is such a pleasure. Life is difficult, no? Even the smallest things out of reach. But when you fish, you can. As simple as finding happiness. Well, at times, yes. Easy as digging for worms, at least. And one can lead to the other. Pardon me, I can ramble. Reflection is good, yes, but it can lead to brooding. My leg, she makes it difficult to focus now and again. You? No, 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 no. I cannot ask you this. Look at you, that heroic garb of yours. Clearly an important person. Scrounging for... Well, if you insist, of course. I could do this myself. You see? Very simple to do. Also, I need no charity, so... for you, your first fishing pole. She is old. And for your first lesson, casting without bait is a waste of your time. And the fishes. Think of the bait like a paintbrush, catching the fish. Yes, you get it, don't you? The vision. Start with a humble pond. I speak of my dream, my eternal longing, my nemesis. Yes, Gladys. A wily foe and the end of many a fish dreamer. I was not always so saddened. She took from me that which was dearest in all the world. And yet I will best that scaly brute and have my... Let's not get ahead of ourselves, my dreamy young apprentice. We all must start somewhere, so get to it.
for fishing. You equip it using F3. I'm not sure what it is on console, but just look in your controls, and then equip the bait using whatever control it says, and you go to cast. You just like hold down your whatever your attack is, I would assume, or like RT on console. And like when it gets to like the top, that's how far it goes. And then once it's right there, once it bobs a little bit, once you know it's about to pop, and then it pops, you just click on it, and then hold down while this fills up and get it to like just about full. Because if you get it all the way full, your mind snaps. It's very, very simple, very easy. On bait, it just like increases your chance of getting better fish, or bigger fish, or small fish, like that type of stuff. Like baits are different. Then there will be fishing holes, which are like little swarms of fish that you'll see, and once you get it leveled up to a certain point, you'll see them on your hotbar. But for those, I'll see if I can show you one later on. Don't see any right now. But for those ones, you have to actually aim your fishing pole and land it in the circle of it. But I just equipped those boots right there, just because it has that boot boost. I'm gonna lock it so I can actually keep that for when I'm fishing. You want to always have like sets that you use in combat, and then sets that you use when like you're collecting stuff. So like I have this one right here. Chance at finding rare, increases the chance at finding rare items while mining. It's one that I have for gathering, harvesting right there. You want to keep like those ones so that way you can actually get a better yield when you're doing certain things. Like if I'm gonna go and harvest whatever, then I would equip stuff for harvesting, and it'll give me more stuff. And then anchors are pretty useless. You just salvage them and it gives you some iron, but it's got 4 iron ingots from it. Fish, you can salvage them for what would be fish that you can cook with, and then you also can get fish oil, whereas the green ones, a tadpole, I guess you just salvage it into a moat, but green fish, you can use those ones in specific recipes where it's like a higher quality resource instead of salvaging them.
Fantastic. Fantastic! You have been busy with your reel. A master fisher in the making indeed. A burgeoning artist, I might even say. Listen to you. You are as sunlight that glimmers upon the deepest waters. La lueur. I think my ancient fishing ensemble would interest you. Yes, the seekers of the questing bass. A sacred order of knights who fish. We are noble, regal, not quite profitable. My squires are working on that. They are younger, mine's more flexible for business. One is so diligent, the other is a la lueur indeed. Even after I... Yes, go and see my squire, Khadija.
pitching hay and shoveling manure. It doesn't suit you, Priscilla.
Puts my mind at ease. Clear, complicated work.
And when was the keen swordplay of our most dutiful knight ever complicated?
I only raise my sword now to keep the lost at bay.
Priscilla, you're not making any sense.
I can't even say it. You wouldn't believe me anyway. We were naive to be so hopeful.
I cannot imagine what's come over her. Sir Priscilla was Pridewin's most honorable knight. And now, when we need her most, she refuses my orders. Everyone seems to think Gawain's already assumed command. Lockney is an outright defiance. He's changed. I don't even know him anymore. Is that what you discovered in the ruins? Was Lockney behind the strange tablet at the mine? The pirates, too? I am having trouble understanding what his ultimate goal is, or if he even has one. I don't know. I now question everything the minister said, but the knights at Aeternum Keep did meet Sir Gawain. Priscilla did tell me that much. Priscilla was there, in fact, but she won't talk about it. It's infuriating. I need a moment to collect.
If you're expecting to have more luck flying me for answers than the Knight Regent, think again. I don't know you, and I sure as hell don't owe you anything. And truth be told, I don't owe her either. I've forsworn my oath. The politics of Pridewin are no longer my concern. I'm perfectly capable of defending my land and estate. Outside of that, it's none of my business what goes on, who falls, and who doesn't. The knights I served with at Aeternum Keep were the bravest, most loyal men and women I've ever known. To think of them as fallen, it's too much to bear. I believe that to be the case, though some may remain. I left one day, and I haven't gone back. If you want to know what's happened at Aeternum Keep, I suggest you go and have a look for yourself. I've said as much as I'm going to say. You and the Knight Regent are welcome to shelter here, but I'll answer no more questions. If you are going to venture into Aeternum Keep, I suggest you don't tell the Knight Regent. It's better she doesn't go there. There's nothing left.
As royal ladies, we've always been protected. We led lavish lives in the Chosun court, and for a while, in Ebonscale Reach. It's the first time we're living out in the wilds, like common folk. We're trying to adapt. Yes, once upon a time I was even destined to be queen. But I lost my betrothed to the sea, on our way to the island. My mother hasn't given up hope I will be married one day. She fears the worst, if I don't. That I'll turn into a lost. Like the ones who haunt this island. A creature with no purpose but to haunt women with better prospects. Mother grew up with tales of the virgin ghost. It's hard to shake her out of her belief. My mother will have your ear off with all her arguments. For now, I'll surrender to the shadow of her blind belief. Unless, do you think there's a way you could bring back artifacts? To prove some lost used to be married?
Show me your smile. Ah, your teeth are radiant. Do you use miswak to brush them? In the Ottoman Empire, everyone had good teeth. Here, not so much. Here, people eat whatever they get. More days than a snail has teeth. I left to pursue my great ideas in my reckless youth. I still feel as reckless and almost as young. And if I can get enough wolf teeth, I'll finally be able to craft my invention. I already have 26 pearly white wolf fangs. I need 6 more, just like them. They should be from robust middle-aged wolves. Warriors, if you can spot them. Could you get the teeth for me?
I have been ruined. I can't work like I once used to. Oh, what good are hands when your mind is occupied by the demons that plague your dreams? Scars. My father's mistakes wore him down till he broke. He always thought the world was better. He lost himself in making glassworks. People came from all over the island to buy them. He had a deep relationship with glass. Knew exactly which mineral would elicit the color he desired. His works were treasures that brought hope. But now, they're lost in a house filled with horrors. Would you? I can't step foot in that house. There are too many. It isn't easy to be second place in your father's eyes. Please, just...
For centuries, the throne has been empty. Yet you served faithfully, never once questioning your duty. Now, as the heir returns to claim his rightful place, you have the honor of being the first to kneel before him. Let us recite the oath.
For the glory of Avalon, I swear my honor and allegiance to crown and bloodline of the king, for this day and until the end of eternity.
Behold, the heir of Artorias, High King Gawain!
Swear.
Be strong now. I will bestow his blessing.
Getting into the house must not have been easy. I am grateful for your courage. These are the last things I have of my father. At least he got to spend his last days with his precious work. He wrote me letters. I'll read his words, although I am fearful of what they may reveal. Isn't it ironic that my emotions are as fragile as his glass? At least his works have...
You spotted the wolves well. Middle-aged, strong, aggressive fighters most likely. Oh, these are the perfect fangs. They're sparkly. They're the first of its kind dental weapon for the toothless elderly among us. Those who have the punch, but lack the bite. One chomp from these pearly beauties will make an attacker regret their choices. Brilliant, no?
Wedding rings and love letters. So some of the lost used to be married once? That makes no sense. And you're saying that even getting married doesn't keep you from turning into one of these creatures. How disturbing. A talisman to ward off evil spirits. What a clever idea. Maybe they'll influence Nabi. A talisman? To protect me from evil and lower my chances of turning into a ghost? Does this mean my mother no longer believes marrying is protection against turning into the lost? And my mother will always want that. If she ever turned into a lost, which I hope she never does, she'd follow me around with the sole purpose of getting me married. And probably scare all my suitors away.
You have a duty. If the king is here, why aren't you by his side?
I don't belong there.
How can you say that? Your oath is your bond. What could be more important?
My oath was to the king, not a monster. Damn it, Gawain is lost, Jay. A soulless husk. I will not serve such a thing.
Lost? But Minister Lochner says he's been preparing.
Lochner has joined his king in darkness, and so have the other knights.
How? How did this come to pass?
Are you happy now? If you've been to Tirnan Keep, I'm assuming you know the truth. Sir Gawain is lost. and he and Lochner intend to rule a lost kingdom. Thank you, I suppose. Though I fought honorably to protect Artorias and his legacy for several lifetimes. But I will not follow the heir down this path. Nor will I. Prydwen is Sir Gawain's right by blood. And though I've forsworn my duty to the bloodline, I will not oppose him, even if he is. Ha! There are some benefits to being new to the island, aren't there? Maybe fate has ordained you to be the one to shoulder this burden. If you fought your way into Tiernan Keep and returned with your soul intact, you are valiant, at least. If Jay wishes to fight, she's fortunate to have. That's... It's not what I'm going to do. I cannot.
So you've been to Ternon Keep and saw the horrors Priscilla described? I can't... Yes. As Knight Regent, it is... And I will fight for the people of Prydwen until the last shred of my soul is forfeit. You have no such duty, but first priority is ensuring Prydwen is prepared to defend itself against whatever threats emerge. Second, we must look south. I just realized I sent Grace to scout the southern shore with no idea what she's walking into. You must go after her with great haste, lest she walks right into a trap. Thank you. I will return to Prydwen. As Regent, that's where I belong, whether the city stands or falls. I will thank you. I will return to... She'll have to make her own choices. I must collect myself before I head north. I'll say, find Grace and ensure she's safe.